Hey YouTube, I got a review that I've been waiting over a year to do, and I just now got around to doing it. And it's one of them ones where I kind of went through a divorce and I got a little sidetracked, and now I'm back 100%. And I am gonna go ahead and do this review. This one is on the Hellwig sway bar for the rear of 2014 to 2018 GMC Sierra and Silverado trucks. It might fit some later model trucks than that. I just know that I remember looking a while ago on their website and they said 2014 to 2018. So anyways, guys, I just want to go ahead and tell you, when you get the kit, it comes in a huge box. You know, it's probably chest high. And when you open it up, you know, you've got the big heavy duty sway bar in there. But it's a little intimidating when you get this big box here and it's full of hardware until you start putting it together. And what I mean by that is, you know, all this hardware plays its purpose. So just to go ahead and start this installation out, we're going to go ahead and do things a little bit different. You know, a lot of you guys would probably just rip this box open and get started, you know, going on this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and prep and have everything ready to go. So when I get up underneath the vehicle, I'm not spending so much time laying on my back. And so, you know, if you've got a lift, this ain't going to be much of a problem for you. But for me and most of you people out there, if you're laying on your back, you want to try to get as much done as you can at the table before you get out there and start having to lay on your back and all that. So anyways, like I said, I went ahead and kind of put all the hardware together, and I just wanted to run through it. Now, this right here, these two, they fit on the rear differential, on the axle tubes. And basically, you've got your U-bolts, and then you got these little saddles, and then you've got your sway bar little coupler that fits around it. And you know, you put your washers and your nuts on there, and you know, that's all done. Okay, then you go to the back, and you know, the tube that runs on the frame at the very top up underneath the bed, that's what these hook to. And there's a passenger and a driver's side, you know, and I just went ahead and got them ready and got the hardware mounted on there like it would be on the vehicle. And then you notice that, you know, this threaded side fits to the top up here instead of down at the bottom. So I went ahead and got them orientated so it'll be ready to go. And the main thing that you'll do whenever you get this kit, and you know, some of you might say, oh, that's a pain in the butt. Yeah, it's a little bit of a pain in the butt, but it's not hard, and it's very easy to do. All you have to have is a bench vise. It doesn't have to be a big bench vise. It can be a small one. And what you want to do is just take and press those bushings. They're like a V-shaped bushing into that end link right there. And then after you get through pushing all the bushings in, then you press in the little metal bushing on the inside. So one little tip for you, if you want to make it a little bit easier and you're not planning on installing this right away, whenever you get the bushings, the rubber or polyurethane, whatever they are, take them and put them in a bowl and just stick them in the freezer. And just let them sit there for a couple hours and get real cold, and they'll shrink up just a little bit. And then when you go to press them in, it's not so hard. But, you know, I didn't do that to mine, but I was able to get mine in there fairly simple. It took me probably 10 minutes to press them all in, and I was just taking my time, and, you know, I lubed them up real well because, you know, you don't want any kind of squeaking or any of that. So, you know, definitely lube them up real good with that silicone-based grease that they provide, and that way you won't get any of that little irritating squeaking noise when you're heading down the road. But then the other thing that you have to do is you have to relocate the emergency bracket or the emergency brake cable, and it's real simple. They provide you this little bracket, and you just zap it off and zap this one on, and it moves it out, you know what, probably an inch and a half. And then these these bolts and spacers here. You might not need these spacers. It said that if you needed them, you could use them, and if not, then you didn't have to. So anyways, or that's the way that I took it. I'll have to see when I get it installed on the vehicle. But anyways, if you do like I did and have everything already kind of assembled and in order, there's no guesswork when you get up under the vehicle. You know how it goes together for the most part. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on it, and the next time you see this, I'll be up underneath the vehicle. Oh, and just so you know, there's the model number. It's a 7735. You can see 2014 Silverado. It says 1 1/8 inch. So it is a very, very, very beefy sway bar. I've already taken it outside, or I would show you. It is powder coated. It's got like a grayish, black, wrinkled powder coat, and it's really, really sharp. And I can't wait to get it on. These trucks have a lot of sway when you go around corners, and so I'm really excited to see what this will do. And all right, just hang with me. All right, guys, I'm out here in the shed, and I'm fixing to install this rear sway bar. As you can see, this thing is a brute. I mean, it is definitely a thick sway bar. It was 1 1/8 inch, and you know, it's gonna look really good up under there, and hopefully it'll get rid of some of this sway. And as you can see, I've got everything laid out. I'm fixing to get started on it, and all right, wish me luck. One thing that the directions does say is that you'll have to remove the spare tire. I'm gonna see if that's true or not. Sometimes they say that just to give you extra room so you don't give up and get mad. But I'm gonna check it out and see what I think. Maybe I can get away with it, maybe I can't. But we're gonna give it a shot. But one other thing that I will make mention of, I've got that B&M rear differential cover, and we're gonna see if it has any kind of clearance problems with it. And you know, I'll let you know about everything. You know, I don't BS none of this stuff. It is what it is. I do it out in my driveway, you know, up underneath my shed, just like the same as you guys would do it at home. So just hang tight, and I'll take you through the steps. All right, guys, this is your emergency brake cable, and I just took the bolt out of it. And what's going to happen now is you're just gonna, they give you a little relocation bracket that fits in here like this, and then it kicks it out about that much further away, and then it raises it some, so just to give you some clearance. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with that. Be right back. All right, guys, I got the emergency brake bracket put in here, and I relocated it just about 1 inch, maybe 1.5 inches higher. And I wanted to go ahead and tell you, with that being said, that I have a Corsa exhaust on here. And so far so good. I haven't had any problems with the Hellwig sway bar getting in the way of that Corsa exhaust. But anyways, I've already got the sway bar hung right there off the axle tubes on both sides. And trying to do that with just one person is kind of a booger, because you've got all your clamps, and then you got these little saddles, and then you got these little clamps, and then trying to fight that heavy sway bar is kind of hard to do. So if you've got somebody that can help you hold up on the sway bar, it'll definitely make it a lot easier. But like I said, I'm doing it by myself, so I was able to manage. So I'm going to keep chipping at it. So just hang tight.